Diary.
How's it going?
Oh, man. It's alright, man. It's been a long time. Shouldn't have left you.
Man, it's been a real long time.
Yeah, man. It's like
Seems
the
like
season
it's been
premiere.
forever.
It's like the season premiere, right?
It really is.
Dude.
We're starting over with the numbers and...
Yeah, man. It's a fresh start, man. We're going to do better than they've been doing with their season premiere, but, you know.
Bro.
Can't win them all. Somebody has to lose.
Man, it ain't going to be us.
No, never us. Never us. Not at all, man. How you feeling, though, bro?
Pretty good, man.
Yeah.
Just got off work. Got a nice tall glass Sir Jimothy Beam here.
Oh, man, Sir Jimothy.
Sir Jimothy.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I snagged so my roommate, she drinks more than me, I'll say it that way. She's got this banana liqueur. I was like, fuck it, let me grab some ice. It's 48 proof. We gonna make a shake.
Yeah.
We gonna make a shake.
It ain't bad.
I'm about to take my first sip right now.
Let's see how it is.
Ooh, it's a little sweet.
I could taste it through the fucking microphone.
I'm trying to tell you, man, it tastes like moon pies. Remember them shits, banana moon pies?
Yeah.
Jeez.
I was never a fan of the motherfuckers.
I'm not really a fan of banana flavored anything.
Nah, I mean, the bananas are right
cool.
Wow. But
Yeah.
bananas and strawberries, but not no fucking moon pie.
Hell no, man. Golly. Otherwise, I'm alright, man. My back's a little tight from the gym. Everybody knows the gym don't count unless you talk about it on the internet.
Oh yeah, you gotta take pics, fucking all types of shit.
Absolutely. I mean, I went to that world-renowned class that I love so much. I wasn't the only guy. There was another guy there today.
Nice.
But he had to like.
You're setting trends.
Yeah, trying to, man. But he had to like extra like masculinize it up. Like he didn't want to listen to the music that the instructor was playing. He brought his own headphones. He brought like you grab like 2 sets of weights, a heavy weight and a light weight. I upgraded today to 10s and 15s. I was doing like 10s and 8s, but I was like, okay, 10, 15. He'll grab like the 25s and the 35s because he's a man. He's a man's man.
Making people feel uncomfortable.
All that huffing and puffing and dropping the weights, you goddamn right.
Was he doing that?
Oh, man. Yeah, man. Listen, man, that shit ain't...
I know there's like some gyms, I think it's like Planet Fitness or some shit, where that type of shit is like not allowed, I've heard. I've never been.
They got a name for it, and they'll call you a lunk.
Yeah, but like dude, at the same time at Planet Fitness, I've heard too, they got like pizza days and shit like that.
I heard about that too. Yeah, I never seen it. I heard about that too. Yeah, I don't know, man. I do recommend that. Like, people always talk about like summer bodies and whatever, but like they may be like a little too self-conscious to like start going to the gym. I think the best way to start, like if you really have a goal, go to classes, like go to group fitness classes. It's people of all shapes and sizes and levels of athleticism in the MF, man. So for those out there who feel a little self-conscious, yeah, man, go to a group fitness class, man. Go and get your sweat in, you know what I'm saying? Breathe hard, bring your water. Oh my God, bring your water and fucking stretch. My God, do your stretches. And if you're a dude, listen to this. It stands for you too. Like, don't be that guy who thinks you can't like go to a group fitness class. Like, that's
gay, bro. Yeah, gay. Shit like that.
Right. Oh, yoga sounds cool, but if it didn't sound so gay, well, okay. I can't believe that. My man said stretching is gay. I'm like, okay, all right. I heard it all. 2019.
Dude, he's got to be walking around cracking his fucking bones
just
all over the
tight.
place.
Back just tight, spasmed up. Oh man, dude. Speaking of gyms, and women's bodies indirectly, I was at the gym like a week and a half ago, And I don't want to over sexualize. I don't want to even like sexualize it at all. But like, the body itself is one thing, but the female form is a completely different thing, man. I was on this machine working my core. Pause for those who need to pause things. And you know the little racquetball courts?
Yeah.
And you know they got the big glass. You can see people playing racquetball. But there was this woman roller skating.
I think I remember seeing this.
Yeah.
Or hearing about it.
She had her headphones on, roller skating. And not like she was doing laps, but she wasn't like sprinting. She was just like...
skating?
Just skating and just gliding. And like, again, it wasn't a sexual thing. It was just mesmerizing.
Was she skating and playing racquetball at the same time?
No, that'd have been even more mesmerizing. I'd have been mad impressed. Hey, that'd have been so fire.
Like, I'm picturing that shit right now.
That'd have been so goddamn
like,
dangerous.
just like gliding around and like, boom.
Bro, that'd have been dangerous as fuck. But super tight. But no, she was just gliding, man. It was the most artistic form of movement like I'd ever seen. Like, you don't want to be a creep, period. But like, I definitely didn't want to be a creep and like stare. And again, I want to stress it, like, it wasn't an overly sexual thing. It was just like a mesmerizing, like, viewing of the body in motion.
Twirls and shit? Like,
say
ice
it again?
Shit? Was she doing like twirls and
no,
that ice skate stuff? I mean,
no, she was like kind of just like kind of dancing, kind of grooving to whatever she was listening to. And just gliding. And I don't even know why I really felt the need to even tell the story over the air, but like
you've been waiting on it. You've been waiting to tell this one.
It just hit me. I'm like, yo, like, oh, this needs to be heard. So shout out to her. I'm sure she's a WWE fan and a fan of the hard camera.
Do you see many people at the gym rocking like wrestling shirts?
Funny enough, what's today? Today. Yesterday? Cat was wearing a New Day shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like, I wanted to be like, hey, nice shirt, but like, he was in the middle of a set, and I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna be that guy. But yeah.
All you gotta do is just like walk past like, New Day.
Right. Who?
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, man. He had his New Day shirt on. It was a style where it's like in like the Nintendo game font.
Nice.
It
I know
was
one
dope,
of my bros, every time he'd come back, this one lived in Carbondale, but he was always rocking John Cena shirt.
Also, loyalty, respect.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. God damn, man. Going from there, speaking of gyms and women and girls' bodies again, a couple days ago, Lil Sis sent me a snap of her using like that new Snapchat filter where like the girls can look like dudes and dudes can look like girls.
It's got a lot of people thinking.
Yeah, don't it? She was like, how do I look? I said, you look like a nigga named Larry. Well, nigga named Larry. And I'm cracking up, man. We had a good time with it. Now, me myself, man, I'm never gonna do it. If I did, I'm not gonna post it on social media. But I'm never gonna do it. But
I did it with me, but you know how I look already. Like, I just look like a bearded lady. No disrespect to any ladies out there that got beards, you know, but
out here flourishing with the chin hair stronger than me. You know what I'm saying? That actually brings me like to my conclusion, man. Like, I thought about you every Sunday doing Snapchat, doing Shotgun Sunday on Instagram and Snapchat. I kind of want to see like Big Ren on Snap doing Shotgun Sunday promos. Like,
I mean, maybe one of these days. I'm going hard this weekend.
No pressure.
I mean, yeah, I'm going. Yeah. I'm going hard this weekend. I got Saturday off. One of my buddies is coming down.
Nice.
Going to Evansville for the night. Fucking crashing at the casino.
Hey.
Probably kicked out of some bars.
Getting it in. Big Renalina might make an appearance. I saw something a couple weeks ago where you got tagged in something, and it was just a woman just killing Budweisers, and they were like, "Ha, it's Ren's ideal woman." And I'm sitting, I'm like, look, man, I don't know, man. Like, she spilled a lot of Budweiser B. I don't feel like Ren would appreciate that.
She's got to get work on that before we can even talk.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, she really ain't on your level like that. Like, you can teach somebody up, but how much patience you supposed to have?
I got a lot of patience from working with the people that I work with now. So.
Yeah, true. I hear you.
But no, I see tons of people shotgunning beers, and it's like, what are you doing? Like, I wouldn't even waste a beer to put out a forest fire, and you are just fucking this whole thing up.
Fuck Smokey the Bear. Boy, it's trash. I prefer Yogi.
Oh shit.
Nah, in all honesty, man, it's been a bit of a rough couple weeks for your guy. I won't talk about it really here like that. I talked about it with you a little bit, but in talking about it, like with the few people that I've talked about it with, I noticed, man, and I kind of knew this, but I kind of noticed it again. I'm kind of a curmudgeon, dog. I'm a curmudgeon, dog. Kind of a curmudgeon.
The fuck is that?
A curmudgeon is like kind of grumpy, kind of antisocial. Not quite antisocial, but kind of grumpy. I'm a charming curmudgeon, but like I think a lot of shit is like annoying.
Yeah, I think that just goes with growing up. I mean, getting older.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's not a trait I'm proud of, but it kind of is.
There's kids in your yard, like, get out of my fucking yard, kids.
Bro, I'm gonna be the best angry neighbor ever. Cause I'm gonna be cool, but you never know when like you fucking up with me. So,
bro, there were some kids running through my fucking yard once, and like I caught them earlier in the day, and like second time I just got up and stood up and just looked at them.
Yeah.
Said, really?
Bruh, tell them. And see, that's my problem, man. I'm aging too gracefully. Like, I look younger than I am, so like they may not take me seriously. So I got a lot of time before, I can really effectively pull that shit off. I don't know. I can cuss at some kids, man. I definitely cuss at some kids.
I guarantee their parents cuss at them.
Hey, man, fuck it.
My yard.
Get a little Timmy out of my shit, man. The reason I bring it up, are you aware of the 5 love languages? So the 5 love languages refer to the ways that people like to express love and also be loved, right? The 5 love languages are physical touch, which speaks for itself, quality time, which kind of speaks for itself too, the quality time you spend with people, acts of service, so like, thank you for vacuuming, babe, gift giving, which it ain't gotta be extravagant gifts, but like, thank you for buying me that bag of combos, and words of affirmation, which is like, good job, you did it. Me, I'm a physical touch guy. I'm a quality time kind of guy. Last on my list is words of affirmation.
You don't need to hear that shit.
I'm all about that action, dog. I'm all about results. I'm about that action. Now, I don't want to come down on people because I understand that's how they love. That's how they may need it. But like a lot of people, man, like, it'll be all right, like, yeah, you get. I'm like, okay, all right, okay, thanks. It's like everybody I know.
Yeah, I think I'm the same way on that. It's like, I know. Like,
yeah,
stop saying it. Like, and then when you tell them, like, yeah, I know. Like, all right, yeah, I know, it's cool. They say it again. It's like, motherfucker.
I'm about the results,
I
man.
play my video games and leave me alone.
Just, I don't know, man. I've talked a lot about like my ideas of self-sufficiency, and maybe that's kind of a hindrance. But like, I'm about action, man. I'm about action, you know. I'm about results. So, but it's those kind of things. I mean, they test your patience. They let you know who you are. They test your tact.
Very true.
How tactful you are. So, I mean, grateful to all of the above who use words of affirmation as their primary way. I just, you know what it is, man. I don't like my positivity to be so goddamn positive.
Yeah, dude. No, I think I'm the same way on that.
Like, give me dark positivity.
Yeah, like give me that dark, like grimy shit. Like, yeah, like that's yeah.
Bruh, I put so much bass in my voice when I'm giving like uplifting words of advice. Like, I got so much bass. I say fuck mad time.
Dude, if I could count, I'd lose track if I tried to count how many times I said fuck during a day.
Oh man, and positively, right?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
I'm trying to tell you, bro. I don't know, man. Maybe it's
fuck yeah is one of my biggest little 2-word phrases.
I mean, shit.
Fuck
man.
yeah.
Fuck yeah. Shit, man. Oh god. I want to thank everyone for pressing play. It's the season premiere. It's episode 34 of The Hard Camera. I am your guy, Juve, J-U-V, just under your visual. I'm here with my tag team partner, Big Ren, the legendary, and together we are the Outsiders. Big Ren, let them know how they can reach you on the social medias, dog.
Alright, yeah, y'all can find me on Twitter and Instagram at _A_MAAFHUCKA. And then you can also find me on Snapchat at MoffedUp316, MAAFFHHDUP316.
Oh. My guy, you can reach me on Twitter at Juvidesayuno, JUVIDESAYUNO. Hit me on the Instagrams, JUVIDESAYUNO. Go check out the Facebook page, man, facebook.com/Juve, with the articles and the whatnot and the music and the whatnot and the things of that nature. Check out the YouTube Pagington at The Hard Camera. We're still kind of behind on the updates. I'm going to take full responsibility for that. It's a bit of a storage issue I haven't quite worked through yet. But yeah, man, we out here, man. There's ways to reach us and be touched. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. And let's do something with this journey, yeah, I mean.
Yeah, I mean. Huh?
Yeah, that means. Big Ren, we have the 2019 edition of Money in the Bank coming a little earlier this year than typical years. Typically in June or July. Usually we have like the Backlash pay-per-view pretty soon, right after WrestleMania, which I mean makes sense. It's a new season. What's the backlash of WrestleMania? We're not sure if we're even getting that show, considering we got Blood Money 3 coming up, which we'll get to in later episodes. But coming up around the bend, man, 2019 Money in the Bank. How you feel, man? Where's your excitement levels, B?
I wouldn't like. I'm excited for it. I'm always excited for Money in the Bank, and just because they can be very fucking brutal.
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, I'm excited for it. There has been a couple good builds, getting into this one. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
I hear you, man. The Money in the Bank name itself usually carries it's grown. It's carried a little bit of weight. Last couple cash-ins. Who was last year? Alexa Bliss, and was last year Baron Corbin, or was that year before last?
I think it was Braun last year.
Yeah. Well, that cash-in. Last couple male cash-ins haven't been too creative or good.
Yeah, there wasn't even a cash-in last year.
Yeah, it was at that Hell in a Cell that went horribly awry.
Yeah.
With that ill-fated heel turn. The Money in the Bank name carries, some weight to it. I can't say, honestly, I mean, there's some matches on here I'm definitely looking forward to seeing. I can't necessarily say, honestly, that I'm too excited about it. I should be more excited for Money in the Bank.
It shouldn't be right. Like they shouldn't have switched it up. I don't think
They shouldn't have.
I mean, I guess they only switched it by a month because it's normally in June.
Right, June and maybe at worst July.
But like we needed that buffer in between WrestleMania and this.
Yeah. I wholeheartedly agree, man. Wish I had more heart to agree with. But yeah, I feel you, man. It feels like there's something lacking. I'm trying to be positive with it, but
it's pretty tough with the product they've been feeding us lately.
It's been a rough product, man, and a lot of the blame is going everywhere else except for where I believe it needs to go. But on the flip, man, it's pretty soon it's about to feel like 1998 all over again, man. It was announced today, AEW's deal with TNT.
A bro pointed out that that's the same exact shit as Monday Night Nitro.
I was about to say, Ted Turner's back in the wrestling business. They did use those flames, those Nitro flames. I believe the rumored name is Tuesday Night Dynamite, which, I mean, direct reflection. But it also builds off the TNT name. I mean, TNT like Dynamite. So yeah, Tuesday Night Dynamite. I'm rolling.
I do I remember the old TNT logo, like the fucking, like the old, like kind of like Hollywood sign, kind of like it was the all metal and shit and had fire around. You remember that? I do. Yep. I have to bring that back.
I'm looking forward to it, man. It's it's such a good look for them, AEW. I really like Cody's vision in the sense that, I mean, his father was synonymous with the NWA, which turned into WCW. So he has that nostalgia in him. He has that old school build in him. I don't want to say that AEW is going to be WCW. AEW is, it feels like it's on the way to being the best parts of WCW reinvented for 2019.
I can see that.
As long as they stick to themselves and don't try to be outward competition, that was kind of that was one of the reasons WCW kind of folded, was trying to be direct competition. But the thing is, at that time, of course, WCW had a bigger name. They were coming off of being the NWA. They had TV deals. They had the financial backing. They just made bad decisions. Complacency, and we can go over the list of the laundry list. It's 2019 now. So TV deals are different. They're streaming now. People aren't watching a lot of first run television. They're getting their content. Exactly. They're getting their content from Hulu, Netflix, YouTube. So it's just a different game. I mean, we are definitely within the last year or two, we have seen the uprising of a golden age, a new golden age. Even more so, to an extent, more so than 20 years ago, in the sense that there's something for everybody if you want it.
Just gotta find it.
Exactly, you gotta find it. So I mean, we're upon a golden age, and the thing is, with this TV deal, I mean, they just surpassed. I would say they surpassed ROH as the number 2 promotion. They ain't even dropped a show yet.
It's all those shit. It's got to be that Double or Nothing build up.
The Double Nothing build. And they've got a huge backer in TNT. Like, ROH, you might catch it like Saturday night if you at the bar at 1 a.m. by luck. Whereas TNT is a branded... Say that? I don't even know. That's the thing.
Yeah.
You might catch them like a WGN affiliate or something. Like right before an OxyClean infomercial.
Yeah, I don't even know where the fuck they'd find that at, besides like some apps or some shit.
Exactly, yeah. But with AEW grabbing this TNT deal, TNT is a huge viable name. Like, so I would say they catapulted, and they're going right into a primetime slot on Tuesdays, a night where fans are used to watching on Tuesdays because SmackDown's going to Fridays.
I mean, this will be the second TV show that I watch on TNT.
What's the other one?
Animal Kingdom.
Okay. Dig. I thought you was gonna say like Bones.
No, I don't even know if this is what you think it is. Like, this is like, okay, the movie Point Break.
Mm-hmm.
the old Patrick Swayze, Keanu Reeves. This is like a TV show. It's not. There's nothing to do with it, but it's like that. It's like four brothers that live in Southern California. You did tell me
about that. You've mentioned this before. So I think this is like the third or fourth Point Break reference on the show. So I think you did mention something about this show before. I may not remember the name, but yeah, no doubt.
It's fucking dope.
That's what's up. So this is only, and you know, the thing with WCW too, like, let's put it in this frame of reference. WCW Monday Nitro debuted on TNT in September of 1995, right? And before that, think of the WWF from fucking 92 to 95. It was a bad time to be in the business on both sides of the fence. But with the WWF in their transition to the new generation, you had fucking wrestling clowns, you had wrestling garbage men, you had wrestling baseball players on strike. Say it again.
Yeah, all parts of life.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? It was like, you know, like when Babe Ruth was playing baseball and like Babe Ruth was like the quote unquote greatest of all time. That's because he was playing like milkmen. He was playing against milkmen and coal miners.
They were like before the game. They're like, "Fuck, we need two other people."
I'm saying,
go get Charlie down the street, or go get Tim down the corner.
Is over. Right, his shift is over here soon. So I mean, and then Nitro debuted, and starting with, I mean, they signed Hogan, but even then it took a couple more years. Starting with Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, like they brought forward more edgy TV that was focused more toward the 18 to 34 demographic that had been long forgotten about the WWF, which actually was never really catered to. Do you think of like WWF in the 80s, Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, Randy Savage, it was more catered toward, it was larger than life characters, but still catered toward children. There were adult aspects, but it was catered more toward children. And then you fast forward to the new generation, still catered more toward children. They didn't really cater to adults until the NWO did. And the entire clique, of course, Shawn, Hunter, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, it was the direction they wanted to go in, but WWF didn't go in that direction until WCW did. WCW was just so fucked on production value. They were fucked on. They couldn't finish a match to save them lives. They didn't know how to transition.
Like when they brought Bret Hart in, the fucking first thing he did was fucking guest referee a match.
Didn't know what to do with Bret Hart coming off the Montreal screw job.
Like, what?
You had the hottest commodity in the business and blew that, right?
As soon as he walked in the door, they blew that.
As soon as he walked in the door. Absolutely. And so when WCW went out of business in 2001, that's, to me, WrestleMania 17, which was a week after WCW went out of business, that's when the Attitude Era ended, which was only a 3-year period. We keep saying that. It was a 3.5-year period.
It seems like it was so much longer than that.
Exactly, right?
And exactly. Everybody will say the same. Everybody will say that, you know.
Yeah,
that it just seems like so much longer. But I mean, there was just so much shit going on there that it seems like it was like 10 years long.
Because the competition was so heavy that they had to put out their best work on a weekly basis. Otherwise, it meant going out of business. So that 3.5-year period when they were putting out their best work and they were catering to an adult audience, they had to taper off. Now, 04 to maybe 04, and you know, for a few more years, it was a little bit more adult-oriented content to an extent. But this TV PG thing and this lack of competition thing is kind of rough for them.
Yeah.
It's kind of rough for them. Even more so in the sense that they're in such a unique position now because, like I said, 30 years ago, they had larger-than-life characters, kid-type, focused on children, and the content was focused on children. But nowadays, they've got distinguished characters who move and talk like adults, theoretically, but the storylines are still catered toward children to a large extent. They're not finding that balance too well.
No.
And if it's not catered toward children, it's just fucking. That's what I'm looking for. Together. You said what?
It's just thrown together. Like,
it's just thrown together. Yeah.
Like it's
you got the revival shaving each other's backs.
Yeah, motherfucker,
right.
Bros help shoot other help shave other bros' backs. Like, I mean,
it happens.
Yeah,
I never shaved a back, but goddamn it happens.
I've never shaved one either, but I mean,
we know it's a real thing.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So we know it's a real thing. But with AEW, man, I truly believe that they're gonna give something more adult oriented without going over the line. I think they're gonna give more of a sporting aspect feel without having to market it so much, especially with SmackDown going to Fox. Like, how's that? That has to be like a marketing tool that they use. Hey, it's gonna be more sports oriented. You know what I mean?
I think they know exactly where that line is, and they're gonna get really close to it, but they're not gonna dare touch over it.
Right.
Just because, this is a brand new fucking deal, you know?
Yeah.
Most of these guys have been doing it forever.
Facts.
You know? And they're getting a chance to do their own deal. So they've already got a playbook of everybody else's shit.
Yeah, man.
So they're like, I mean, I've got my hopes up for it, but I don't think it's going to crash and burn at all.
I don't either.
No way. I think when it actually comes out, I'm going to be even more excited whenever I see the final product.
Yeah,
it's just going to be. But at the same time, I am kind of scared for WWE.
In what way?
I mean, shit. Like, they're going to really have to do something.
They're going to have to. And that's why I'm not scared, because they know. They've got a whole roster filled of pissed off superstars who want to leave, right?
Oh yeah.
And they're gonna do their best to keep a lot of them, including adding more time to their contracts via injury clauses. But I mean, look at AEW. But Cody Rhodes is the son of Dusty Rhodes, the brother of Dustin Rhodes. So all that knowledge between those two brains that he soaked up in his however long, 35 years of life, plus all the other talents that he rubbed shoulders with growing up, plus his own time in the business. You got the Young Bucks, who've made a name for themselves without ever being on Vince's TV. You got Kenny Omega, who's done the same, arguably one of the best wrestlers in the world. And then you've got a lot of talent who, either left WWE pissed off, like Neville, better known as Pac now, or you've got talent who've never touched Vince's TV. They were in New Japan, they were in ROH, they were in Lucha Underground. So they never had to do any of the hokey shit that we report on week to week. So yeah, man, they've got nowhere to go but up. And taking that up against Vince, who has a pissed off roster, who knows that he's got viable competition on the same network that he had competition against before. And competition is a strong word because they're not going to directly compete, but they know that they have a direct. What's that?
They've already said that. They said, no, right. We're not in competition with WWE at all. We are just giving fans alternatives.
Alternative. Yep. They know they've got alternatives. And shit, ratings don't mean as much as people think they do. But with ratings declining like they are, they need to do something. Bad, right? They need to do something.
Like Raw this week. I mean, really, Raw these past couple weeks have been terrible. Yeah. SmackDown's been good. It hasn't
been up to usual SmackDown standards, but it's always gonna be better than Raw.
And which is fucking funny because I used to give SmackDown so much shit. Dude, SmackDown sucks. Dude, SmackDown. It's just night and day. Those two.
Yeah. They've jumped the shark with this wild card rule. I don't really know what this is about.
It's fuck Superstar Shakeup.
Yeah.
They started. We've got the Usos versus Daniel Bryan and Rowan at the fucking Money in the Bank.
Yeah. Right.
What?
They started this past SmackDown the same way they started Raw. A Miz TV featuring Roman Reigns.
They don't have any there's other they've been talking about building up the fucking tag team division ever since WrestleMania. We haven't seen shit.
I had to double think who was the Raw tag team champions again. It's goddamn
Yeah.
Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder. That's crazy. Now over on SmackDown. Over on SmackDown, but then again, I can't necessarily forgive it all the way. I mean, Jeff Hardy's injured, so they had to give up the titles. But the thing is, who the fuck else was going to be their tag team champions?
I mean, how is it? It's so convenient that Daniel Bryan comes back that same night.
Yeah. I mean, who else is on SmackDown?
Since fucking WrestleMania.
Since Mania. I think he had an injury that wasn't disclosed.
Yeah, concussion.
Okay. But I mean, hell, who's on SmackDown? The B team?
We got the B team and like
Heavy Machinery.
The Heavy Machinery.
Yeah. The Usos, who just left SmackDown, are vying for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. Because they depleted. Nothing. There was one time we were talking about how they depleted the Raw tag team scene, which is mad depleted now. Because who the fuck is Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder? They're doing their best to delegitimize the Revival. The Usos had to go over to SmackDown to save SmackDown. Big E is injured, so New Day can't compete.
The best thing they could do right now with the fucking tag team division on both sides is unify a title.
I've been down for that. Absolutely.
Regardless of what brand you're on, well, now that they have this fucking wild card shit, it's kind of perfect for that, I guess. But just have one fucking tag team title and go back and forth with it.
Hell, speaking of unified tag team champions, where the fuck are the Iconics?
Yeah, no shit, yeah. We just seen them last night, but they were just commentating.
Dude. Character-wise, I fuck with the Iconics, but, like, come on, man.
I agree. I like them, too. But, like, I mean, I bet they'll have a match at WrestleMania. I mean, not shit, WrestleMania, Money in the Bank. They'll probably be on the pre-show.
You said you think they'll just be added to the card?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I would hope they take it seriously.
Okay. Budokai.
Budokai. Yep, that's the name. Budokai. Yeah, I'm rolling. I'm rolling. They've taken all that time to build them up, but
because like there's no, like, I mean, they can't do it with Mandy Rose and Sonya because Mandy Rose is in the Money in the Bank match.
True.
So
Nia Jax been injured.
Shit, yeah, we haven't seen her.
Yeah, I think she had like double surgery on her legs. Sasha, we ain't seen Sasha since WrestleMania.
You think she's done?
I don't know. That's too hard to tell. That's really too hard to tell. Say it again.
It's been since April.
Yeah.
The beginning of April. We're in the middle of May.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, man. It's a tough time over there, man. It is a tough time.
Dude, even Bayley said, too, around the time that the shakeup was going on, she said, is this even going to mean anything?
Mm-hmm.
And it's proven it hasn't meant shit so far.
Dude.
They've been using the same fucking characters. They've been using the same fucking wrestlers for the past 3 weeks, I think, on each night.
Yeah, man.
Like, come on, dude. You guys got a fucking locker room full of people back there. Come on.
And with this wild card rule, didn't they break it last night? Who all was on Raw last night? Or SmackDown last night? So, Miz...
Reigns.
Well, no, he's on SmackDown, technically.
Oh, yeah, true.
Miz, both Usos, Sami Zayn. And there was one more, because the rule is technically 4, but didn't they, add a 5th?
Ricochet came out.
Ricochet, yeah.
Yeah, but he, see, did they even know? They don't even know.
No. Shit is in flux.
And this shit with Triple H fucking liking and unliking people's tweets.
Yeah. We talked about it. Yeah. I don't know how much credence to give to it, but I mean, it ain't injuries. It ain't whatever. It's just rough storytelling, poor storytelling. And the only thing saving them is the in-ring product most of the time. The thing is, though, it's hard to invest in the in-ring product when the build to the in-ring product isn't where it should be.
Oh yeah.
So for us, a match like Seth Rollins AJ Styles, that's gonna sell. Period. But when you gotta bolster the rest of the card with a half-assed Miz Shane McMahon build, that is just going totally awry.
I think it's been going okay, but I think it's getting dragged out way too long.
Yeah, I don't know. No,
I'm looking forward to the cage match. I don't know about you, but
it'll be a match.
no shit.
it'll be a match. Golly, man. Yeah, you mentioned tag teams. I just thought, we haven't seen Sheamus. He may be legit injured. And Cesaro's over on Raw. You talked about Asuka and Kairi Sane. That makes me think of say it again. Budokai. Budokai. How far Asuka has fallen. No diss to her new tag team, but I saw a tweet that basically so last year's Royal Rumble was won by an Asian superstar who lost the Mania title match, ended up winning a new title, but was hardly shown on TV, lost the title unceremoniously, and then got shoved into a bullshit tag team while being stripped of every bit of charisma and all the shit that made them cool in the first place.
What was that word you used earlier to describe how you feel like you're starting to be?
Bored? Complacent?
No, like grumpy or some shit.
Oh, curmudgeon.
Yeah, it's Vince.
Toward Asians and people of color?
Yeah, like a different ethnicity besides white. Yeah, that's Vince.
Bruh. Because Asuka and Shinsuke Nakamura had a shit year and a half.
I mean, I guess we got to give him a little, like, maybe Vince is just being so hard on Harper because, like, fuck, I got to fuck with a white guy. I don't know.
I've been fucking with all these people of color. I got to make it look good. Oh, man. Gotta make it look good. What are your thoughts on this Lars Sullivan thing, man?
I mean, like, I haven't really read up too much on what he actually said, but like from everybody, like from what I've seen, like, dude, that shit you sent me earlier, that was perfect. Like that sums it all up.
He said a bunch of typical Infowars.com shit.
That's what I was kind of figuring.
Yeah.
He said, I mean, like, I seen it was like xenophobic, racist, and homophobic shit.
And shit toward people with mental health issues.
And yeah, and then they used that, like, that he had an anxiety attack.
The fucking irony.
Yeah, like, really?
The fucking irony. Like,
and then whenever Titus, like, that Titus said.
Yeah.
And that comment. Like,
yeah.
Bro.
So for those not aware, Titus O'Neil tweeted out that Lars Sullivan came to Titus O'Neil apologizing and looking for ways to better himself. And Titus gave him forgiveness. He apologized and Titus O'Neil forgave him. And there was a commenter underneath that said, look, man, this shit ain't adding up. You got suspended for grabbing Vince's arm on television. Suspended. Lars Sullivan did all this and got a fine. The shit ain't adding up. Is basically what he said. You can't fight that logic.
Fuck no, you can't.
You can't fight that logic.
Uh-uh.
The thing is, man, and there's a lot to unpack here, so I'm gonna take my time with it. Now, I'm gonna preface this by saying that when it all comes down to it, we don't know what has happened in those locker rooms. We don't know, right? But last year, allegedly, the Revival asked for their release, right? They wanted to leave. And they were met with cheers and applause and, yeah, do it. FTR, Forever the Revival, yeah, right? Naomi went to Twitter, didn't ask for a release, All she said was, and this was after Asuka lost her title to Charlotte Flair. All she said was she wishes the SmackDown division would be written better. Better content for the entire SmackDown division. And was met with, oh, you're just using your race, you're just using your gender. She was met with negativity for a valid fucking comment. You get superstars who speak out against what WWE is doing. Jack Swagger is like, he understands why people are pissed off. Chris Jericho talks about how if he went back to the WWE, they would just pigeonhole him with the list gimmick again. Kenny Omega doesn't believe WWE would use him right. People are like, yeah, fucking right. Yeah.
Bro.
This whole Lio Rush thing, again, we don't know what happened, but the first news bit I saw, listen, man, I pick up quickly on coded language. They said that Lio Rush is considered a quote-unquote confident man.
Bingo.
Which is as coded which is very coded language. I'm not, listen, people, you get it.
I get it.
You're a fucking WWE superstar. You go out in front of millions of people weekly. Of course you're a confident person. That goes for everybody. The idea that he's a quote-unquote confident man and he's been given all this shit, it's troubling. Matter of fact, let's take it here. Lio Rush caught some hell before he got to the Raw roster. Before he got to the main roster. When Asuka debuted and took on Emma, I believe it was like a TLC pay-per-view. And Asuka defeated Emma, and then shortly after, Emma was released. Now, of course, I'll never poke fun at someone losing their gig, but Lio Rush tweeted, which was kind of fucking humorous. He tweeted, well, I guess we know what happens when you're not ready for Asuka.
Oh, I mean, I don't see anything wrong with it.
I mean, she lost her job in real life, so I understand, but that's clever. That's clever.
I mean, people in that business do that type of shit all the time. Flip people, and it's not a big deal.
He caught so much hell publicly. So much hell. Lars Sullivan, and listen, here's the thing, man. I don't give a fuck how long ago it was.
Still said it.
There are behaviors in people. This is a real life thing. There are behaviors in people that you don't just sit here and say, oh, he made a mistake. We sit here and talk about Florida Man. Florida Man didn't make a mistake. He just got caught.
Yep.
He didn't stub his toe. He didn't accidentally cuss on TV. He said what he said and got caught. Lars Sullivan didn't make a mistake.
He typed all that shit out.
He typed that shit out with thought. With thought. And the thing is, as we saw online, apparently WWE knew about it up to the point they signed him.
They didn't say. I mean, they didn't start saying shit until
it became newsworthy. And then when the story initially came out, apparently it was never an anxiety attack. It was they knew that's what the problem was, so they pushed the debut back and used anxiety. They used mental health as a way to garner sympathy and hope that the story would die down.
And that's fucked up.
Bruh. You can't keep moving the fucking goalposts when you see fit.
That's what they're doing.
And that's what the response to these things, to what people are doing. The Revival allegedly asked for a release. They allegedly asked to leave and was met with applause and fireworks. Naomi said, hey, just do better with what you got. And got dogged.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Dogged. And she ain't wrong. She ain't wrong.
No, and I guarantee you, all of those people that were dogging her would be agreeing with all the shit that we're saying, but they still say it.
Bruh. This shit don't make no sense. Those same cats who are probably dogging Naomi are probably saying, well, Lars Sullivan made a mistake.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. The goalposts be moving, man. And it don't... Lio Rush went on record as saying it's saying that this is not a racial thing. He's saying that this is not a racial thing. But the response to it, I mean, look, man, facts are facts, man. Facts are facts.
I got my hands up, like, oh.
I mean, listen, facts are facts, man. We can read, we can see. The goalposts are moving, man. So, I don't know. It's an interesting time to be a fan. More interesting than other times to be a fan. But shit, man. Let's get into the card. What you think?
I'm
gonna be dead. Yeah. Let's go there. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, man, I haven't made any picks. I'm gonna pick as we talk.
Oh no shit.
And work my way through it. Some of them are like, got picks. But like, some of them, I don't know. We'll talk our way through it. But how's the card looking to you on paper?
It's looking iffy.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, like, actually, like, I'm excited for the matches we got.
Yeah.
But just like trying to figure out where they're going to go from either end of each match, like, trying to figure out where they're going to go with that.
As a standalone paper on card, it looks good to you, but the actual way of getting there is a little shaky. Is that kind of what you're getting at?
Bingo.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking at the card now. I'm like, okay, this ain't bad. We'll see what gets time and what doesn't, but I think it's the convoluted nature of some of these storylines, which of course we'll get to. Let's start with we alluded to it a little bit earlier, man. For the SmackDown Tag Team Championship, we got the Usos versus Rowan and Daniel Bryan.
I mean, it's gonna be a barn burner. It's gonna be a good one.
We're gonna burn these barns.
We're gonna burn them down, especially Rowan there.
Yeah, old Red.
I bet this. I'm trying to think which match. This could start the night off, but I've got another one that I think would start the night off just because of the situation.
Okay.
But I mean, shit, dude. I love the fucking Usos. The Usos are the shit.
Man, Usos are like Sprite, man. They make everything better.
Yeah, it's like, no, they're the Sprite from McDonald's.
Oh, mad crispy. Just mad crispy.
But yeah, like, dude, no, I seen the Usos a couple weeks ago at that house show.
Yeah,
and
we didn't touch on that. No, we'll wait till later. I want to touch on that. Yeah.
They were the first ones to come out, and shit, I got hyped.
Hey, facts. Yeah. No doubt.
But yeah, I mean, dude, the Usos, dude, they're fucking tight. Like the shit on last night on SmackDown, whenever the Usos came out to help fucking Reigns and The Miz, that shit was tight.
I'm so down for seeing Roman Reigns and the Usos.
Dude, Roman Reigns, the Usos, and The Miz though too.
Yeah, well, The Miz, I don't like babyface Miz, but
it's gotten better.
You think so?
Like the past couple weeks, yeah, I think it's gotten better.
I feel you.
He's got some fire.
I feel like he's a little corn. I like cocky Miz. I like dickhead Miz. He could be a dickhead babyface, but they haven't gotten there yet. But no, I like seeing Roman Reigns and the Usos. Dedicated listener to the show has been wanting to see that for a while. He calls it the Roman Empire, which I think is a dope ass name. It kind of not throws the Usos on the bus. Kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Diminutize. That's not the word. It dulls their light a little bit. But I mean,
Samoan Empire.
The Samoan Empire. they're twins, so it's hard. One isn't gonna stand over the other, and they can't split them up. They're gonna be Usos forever. But yeah, I'm down for Roman Reigns and the Usos. I'm sure that like Roman Reigns, like all of Roman Reigns' black friends, let Roman Reigns say nigga growing up. So.
Oh hell yeah!
Absolutely. I'm sure he's mad comfortable saying nigga. Like it's okay. I don't know if it's okay. Like, I'm much more comfortable with like the Usos saying it.
Like, I actually can't picture him saying it.
Cause he's, you know what? Cause he's the face of the WWE. He's like the guy. I can totally picture the Usos saying it, like casually. But Roman Reigns, it's a little harder to picture. He probably gave it up. He probably did give it up. Like once he graduated, he probably gave it up. But all them nights on the football field, on them team buses, them long drives home. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like he didn't even have to be coerced. Like his daddy, his uncles Rikishi, who used to dance to fake hip hop songs. Like he didn't have to be coerced to do it. Like nobody had to tell him, "Oh, go ahead and just do it. Go ahead, just do it." No,
just say it, bro.
Just say it, bro. No, he didn't have to. No. He just, nigga. Nobody blinked.
Y'all hear me?
Y'all heard me, right?
Y'all see me say that?
Y'all heard me, right? Oh man, he didn't double check. He didn't look over his shoulder or nothing. He just did it.
It's fist bump. Yeah.
Right.
Yo, we said it.
I'm trying to tell you, man. Golly,
Joe
man.
said it.
Joe. I'm sure there was a couple dudes on the team was like, nah, man, don't. That shit ain't
Joe,
cool. That shit ain't
don't
cool.
do it again.
Don't be doing that shit. The rest of the squad was like, man, fuck all that, man. He cool. It's Joe. It's Uncle Rikishi.
Oh,
God damn,
oh
man.
shit.
Feel free. Go ahead. Let's take it back to the match.
Yeah. But I'm like, okay, yeah. So like, I'm gonna go ahead and pick Daniel Bryan and Rowan
To retain.
just because like they just gave it to him.
Yeah.
They've got to have Daniel Bryan in a top spot. Like they got to use him, you know.
True.
And Rowan, I guess he's just there. Like, dude, how the fuck that Rowan over Harper? Like, come on, like, the shit.
Yeah, I think it's the red beard and the flannel.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know. I'm kind of grasping at straws. I don't fucking know. I agree though. I'm going with Daniel Bryan and Rowan as well. I mean, yeah, you're right. They just gave him those titles. This match and another match kind of have to go this way. Otherwise, they just run the risk of pressing reset on some shit that they shouldn't have undone. So I can see them going forward with Daniel Bryan and Rowan. I know Daniel Bryan's pissed off at the leather on the SmackDown Tag Team title. So maybe we get new Tag Team titles after this. With no one for them. Yeah, with no one for them to defend it against. But maybe we get some hemp Tag Team titles. Like I said, the Usos are McDonald's Sprite, man. They make everything better. So we're gonna get a dope match here with a little bit of time to it. But the Usos got a date with the Revival. I'm not sure why the Revival aren't involved. Maybe they get involved and cost the Usos the match. But yeah, the Usos, they got bigger fish to fry over on the red side of the Raw brand. But I'm expecting to go. I'm expecting a dope match here, man. We both going with Rowan and Daniel Bryan to retain.
Yes, correct.
Indeed. For the United States Championship, we've got Mysterious Raymond challenging U.S. Champion Fat Joe. How you see this one going, man?
I mean, like if Raymond's son was still around, I think he would win it.
If Dominic was around, Ray would win.
Yeah.
He was on SmackDown, or he was on Raw.
Okay, yeah.
That threw me off too.
Ray
like Rey Mysterio. Well, he wrestled Cesaro. Ray wrestled Cesaro, and Dominic was there, but Samoa Joe was nowhere to be found. So I don't know what that means for the build. I don't know if he had flight issues, if he had a cold or something. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Ray ended up defeating Cesaro, I believe, but no, keep going. I cut you off.
Nah, I mean, like, There, like, really, there's no reason for Joe to lose right now. Like, he's got so much fucking heat on him, and like, he's going back with that. You see that shit he tweeted?
I did not.
That he's about to be Dominic's new daddy.
Oh man.
Or like called son or something.
Oh,
like, gonna call him son soon. Like,
that's wild.
Let me see if I can find it. Like, yeah, like Joe stays with this.
He'll fuck with your family.
Oh, dude, big time.
Yeah, Joe will talk about your family. Yeah. Joe is instantly intense. No, you're right though. There's really no reason for Joe to lose. That's the thing with Dominic though. Like, storyline kind of dictates that his son is there. Ray does it for his son, but I don't see the point of him actually. I don't really see a point of him actually being there unless he costs Mysterio the match. But if he, and I don't mean like purposely, but he accidentally cost Mysterio the match. But if that happens, that's just a disservice to Fat Joe. Like, he's Fat Joe. And Rey Mysterio, you saw he snatched up Rey Mysterio at WrestleMania? Snatched that boy.
Oh, yeah.
With one arm, laying on his back. Snatched that boy. He don't need help. Which was another misstep, because Dominic was part of that build and then just dropped out of nowhere. So it's like there's no foresight into what's going on week to week. I'm going with Fat Joe to retain.
Yeah, 2 days ago,
a
tweet from Joe. I'm not your poppy, but I will make you my son.
Oh man, see? That's wild.
Dude.
That's too wild. Yeah, man. But yeah, I'm going with Fat Joe to retain.
Yeah, same here.
He needs a long reign for me. Like, let him establish that title. It's moved around too much from the Nakamura reign, the really uneventful Nakamura reign, to the whatever R-Truth's reign was. That was funny for a few weeks. R-Truth's reign. Let Joe cause a little damage in the United States division, man. Let him be that guy for a while.
Yeah, I agree. Because the last time, he got hurt. Like, last year, he was out for a while. Remember?
Yeah, I remember he had like a leg issue after his AJ Styles feud. Yeah, he was out for a little while.
So yeah, let's let Joe run this for a little bit.
Yeah, man. Let him be effective. Let him be that killer. So, moving forward, man, we have in a steel cage, The Miz versus Shane McMahon. Work it out. Let me know. Work it out.
Like, is Elias going to get involved? I mean,
that's a good question.
It's like, it's a cage match, yeah, but I'm excited for it. Really, I like cage matches.
Okay.
I think they're fun. I think there's only like you're in there. You know,
they've kind of fallen by the wayside in the last few years for other gimmicks, but
yeah, we haven't really seen too many cage matches, especially at a pay-per-view.
Right.
I feel like they'll bust that shit out at a house show. They'll bust that shit out at the house show more often than they will on a Raw or a SmackDown.
I hear you.
But yeah, like I like this build that they've got going. I think it needs to end soon.
Yeah.
It's been 2 months in the making. Oh shit, it's been longer than that.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, exactly. But I'm going with the Miz.
Going with the Miz to end it once and for all.
Shut it down. Get it in there for his dad.
For his daddy. I keep going on record as saying I don't like Miz as a babyface. And every time there's a superstar shake-up, it messes up Miz's momentum. He switched from Raw to SmackDown. He went from SmackDown to Raw this year, Raw to SmackDown last year, and SmackDown to Raw the year before that. He uses his mic skills to build himself up and be a viable threat to something bigger. And then they cut him off at the knees. And to me, this is a double. I mean, they chopped both knees. One knee was chopped when he went babyface. The other knee was chopped when he went to Raw. With that being said, hell, and if he had a third knee, it was chopped at WrestleMania because he's an incompetent fucking babyface, which I went in depth with the WrestleMania review. With that said, though, I think he takes it. I think he finishes this off for once and for all. I wonder.
Shane get crazy.
Go ahead, because I think we're thinking the same thing.
Is he gonna get crazy and jump off the top of the cage?
He's gotta fall from somewhere high.
Like, I was trying to figure out like if they could do it like pull a fucking Charlotte and the table not break. You know.
You know, I was just thinking. With that question, like, maybe that's how Shane wins. Like, they're fighting at the top and Miz, like, knocks him off the cage through a fucking table or something.
Yeah.
Which gives Shane McMahon the win, which, again, makes Miz a fucking incompetent babyface.
Yeah. They can't do it again. Like,
oh, man. You know what? Wasn't the last steel cage match, was it Braun Strowman and Kevin Owens? And
yes,
Braun threw Kevin off the steel cage, and that's how Kevin won.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So they've done this before.
Yeah, they damn sure have. With someone who flies less than Shane McMahon.
Yeah.
Damn, dude. I think I tricked myself just now.
Yeah, you ain't lying, bro.
Right? Like, I really wonder how...
Same people.
Yeah. Like, I really wonder how close that table is going to be to the cage. Like, if it's close enough, I mean, a murking could happen.
A murking may happen, yeah.
Damn, dude. Should have thought this through beforehand.
That shit was so tight when Braun threw Kevin off that shit.
Launched him, didn't he? Launched that boy. Oh my gosh. You know what? I'll stick with it, man. Hopefully they do right by this new babyface Miz, new fiery babyface Miz. I mean, he's got Miz and misses. They can't keep portraying him as a fucking loser, can they?
They can.
Yeah, I know, right? Fuck. And he is a McMahon.
So, I mean... Oh, man.
Sound like you about to switch up.
Nah.
I'm going to go with the Miz. I'll stick with him.
Yeah, I'm staying with it.
Yeah. I don't know why. Clearly, we're not confident. But
I mean, normally I'm not on most of my picks.
Normally I'm not. I'm looking at this card. I feel like we're going to choose a lot of the same people. Again, it's the season premiere. We're just starting out. They're reestablishing storylines. Money in the Bank. I mean, there's 8 choices per match, so that might go differently. But I feel like I think we're thinking along the same lines for a lot of these. The next match is Roman Reigns versus Elias.
They got to give it to the big dog.
The big dog, give him his first established victory for SmackDown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't see it going no other way, man.
Shane could get involved. Shane could get involved because Reigns did fuck his daddy up. But
yeah, you know what? Elias is so good. He's Teflon because he can get in the ring and just sing, to where he doesn't have to win too much.
I feel like they're starting to believe in him a bit more too, with how much they've been using him.
Especially with who they're using him with. Like, it's a good look against Roman Reigns and alongside Shane McMahon. It's a decent look.
No, and I like Elias too. You know,
he's inoffensive. Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah,
he's good. He's good with me. We're both going with Roman Reigns. Now let's get into the namesake of the evening, the women's Money in the Bank match. We've got Natalya versus Dana Brooke. versus Naomi versus Alexa Bliss versus Mandy Rose versus Bayley versus Ember Moon versus Carmella. Who you got?
See, I got a pick. I've got a pick lined up, but I'm starting to think though.
Really? You know, there's a lot of names.
Yeah, but I'm set on two of them.
Really? Who got narrowed down to?
Mandy Rose.
Mm-hmm.
Or Alexa Bliss.
Okay.
I don't want Alexa Bliss to win it. I don't want her to.
No?
She won last year. But she is back, you know.
True.
And see, I originally picked Mandy Rose. That was the one I was set on.
Really?
But then I seen SmackDown on Tuesday. And did you see that? Do you know what happened?
I don't remember actually. Talk us through. Let us know.
Okay. It was Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville versus fuck. I can't remember who they're fighting.
Oh, was it Budokai?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, I think it was. And Sonya Deville was in there doing her thing. She was whooping ass, and Mandy Rose was like, tag me in, I'll finish her. She tags her in, and Mandy Rose gets rolled up. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Gotcha.
So, and I mean, this is anything goes match, fucking ladder match, you know. So I think so. Like, okay, yeah, I got my pick. Yeah, I'm going with Alexa Bliss.
What were you gonna say about Sonya Deville?
I think Sonya Deville's gonna cost her for Mandy Rose.
Really? Like inadvertently or on purpose?
That's tougher. That's a tougher question than actually picking who's going to win this match.
Yeah.
But just the way Sonya Deville looked after that match on SmackDown, I was like, "You fucking kidding me?" Like she was
tight.
Yeah.
I hear you. And
like the shit with him a couple weeks ago, going back and forth, like who should be in the match, shit like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, yeah.
So you're going with Alexa Bliss.
Yeah.
So for me, with this match and the men's match, it's I gotta start with the process of elimination. It's not gonna be Natalya. Natalia's mad boring. You know, to a slight extent, I thought maybe Dana Brooke as a dark horse. I'm gonna hold on to that. Carmella's not gonna win. I know she's got like the new wine line that she's working on. It's too soon for a 3-time Money in the Bank winner.
Yeah.
So I'm getting Carmella up out of there, and I got Natalya up out of there. Bayley, I think, would be a good choice to win. But I don't know. Not that she's necessarily being punished for this whole WrestleMania thing with Sasha Banks.
But I wouldn't put it past him.
I wouldn't put it past him. Something feels like it's missing from Bayley. I thought about Ember Moon. She's got the Eclipse. She drinks Mountain Dew. Heavily.
Her boyfriend's white too, shit.
Yeah. I didn't want to say it.
I did.
Yeah, knock it out. It's all you, man. I know people are tired of my shit on here. I don't care.
That. I don't give a shit.
Give me the receipt. I'm keeping the receipt.
Yeah.
You know
I didn't return it either.
You know what I'm saying? Nope.
Even if it don't work, I ain't fucking returning it.
Right. Is it broke? So I thought briefly about Naomi, but something just I couldn't commit to it. Alexa Bliss did win last year, and they really, really like Alexa Bliss.
Now that she's back.
The thing is, man, you know, it's two things. I hope there are no lingering effects to this concussion issue she had. Because if there is, a fucking ladder match doesn't seem like the best thing to do. But I think she's cooking something up with Nikki Cross.
Oh, yeah.
Nikki Cross is about to show another side of herself.
I didn't like to see her other side.
Like her humanized side?
Yeah, I didn't like that.
No?
No, she's supposed to be crazy.
That's what made her so cool, is that it was a change of pace from every other sexy WWE woman superstar. And I don't mean sexy as a demoralized thing, but like, we know they're athletic, we know they're talented, but they showcase everyone as sexy. And if they're not sexy, they're not crazy.
Like, Nikki Cross is like that chick, like the heavy metal festival.
Yeah.
Going nuts.
She was a breath of fresh air, and it seems like they're kind of going away from that. I'm kind of interested to see where it could go. Maybe a la the old Trish Stratus, Mickie James storyline of 13 years ago. But I'm interested to see where that goes. I think Alexa Bliss gets tied up in that. Plus, she won it last year. So again, I think it might be a little too soon for a multiple-time winner. So what it comes down to for me
is,
say it again.
You never know how they're doing it these days.
This is facts.
But
this is
I
super
agree.
facts.
I 100% agree with you on that.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm still kind of skeptical on my pick, but
I feel you.
I'm gonna stay with it.
Yeah.
I'm earning it.
There's 3 reasons why I'm going with Mandy Rose. For one, you mentioned that she lost on SmackDown. WWE logic before pay-per-view. For 2, this could drive a split, could further create the split between her and Sonya Deville.
I'll be so pissed.
leading to Sonya Deville being completely fucking forgotten as a Marty Jannetty. Forgotten because of the reason number 3. And again, I don't mean to minimalize her talent or whatever talent. Mandy Rose is sexy, dude.
She's eye candy.
She's a blonde.
Just listen to Corey Graves.
Sexy blonde. Yeah, right. And if there's anything we know about Vince McMahon and his favorite WWE women superstars, sexy blondes. Look at the challengers for both women's championships.
I didn't even think about that.
He loves a sexy blonde. Trish Stratus, Tori Wilson, Sable. There's something American about it, I guess. So yeah, I'm going with Mandy Rose.
Don't be so pissed. Because I've got Mandy Rose written down.
And flip it up.
Yeah, I just flipped it up. Yeah, I just flipped it up, like, right then.
I feel you. Like I said, it's 8 names. I'm not necessarily confident about it, but I'm rolling with it. I'm going with Mandy Rose. Speaking of 8 names, we push forward to the men's Money in the Bank. We've got Ricochet. We've got Sami Zayn. We've got Drew McIntyre versus LeBaron Corbin versus Randall Keith versus Mustafa Ali. His mama named him Mustafa. I'm going to call him Mustafa. Versus Andrade versus Finn Balor. Heavy hitting. First off, before we go into that, what do you think about Braun Strowman being taken out of the match?
Oh, he's going to come back.
You think he's getting involved?
Oh, hell fucking yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean, like, they haven't done much with Braun since before WrestleMania, and it's, by the time of being pissed off about it's over.
You tired of being pissed off about your boy?
Yeah, like, because they done fucked this up a while ago, you know.
I hear you on that. It's a double-edged sword because they've been fucking off Braun Strowman's name for a long time now. But I want to hold out hope, and I want to be positive and hope that it's leaning toward a better story for him. You saw that where Luke Harper had like a slight issue with Braun Strowman.
Yeah.
Based on the Battle Royal at WrestleMania. Apparently Braun Strowman A, forgot a couple spots, and B, almost got Mustafa Ali hurt, where Harper had to do his best to save Ali. It makes me want to go back and watch the tape, see if there's something I might have missed. The little dudes, they'll take a bump. They'll take a bump. But it seems like Braun Strowman's been hit or miss. He was the last guy standing in the Royal Rumble, but also won the Battle Royal. But won the greatest Royal Rumble last year, but got fucked off to Brock Lesnar. Fed to Brock Lesnar, I should say. It's been up and down. I mean, he won the Tag Team Championships with a fourth grader last year, and then wasn't on the main card this year. It's been a hit or miss story with LeBron Strowman. But you think he gets involved?
I think he does.
Yeah.
With all the shit going on with him and Sami Zayn right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear you. Part of it seems recycled.
Yeah.
In the sense
Big
that
time.
It was a couple years ago where Sami and Braun had a brief rivalry. I mean, the roles were flipped. Sami was the fiery babyface and Braun was the big old bully. But aside from that, Braun Strowman has been in some form or fashion facing Baron Corbin and Drew McIntyre for the better part of 8 months. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what's next?
And like, that's the part I wish I knew.
Which I think it's holding Braun back because Baron Corbin, whatever they see in Baron Corbin, they see it. I'm not gonna keep hating on him, but they see it. I don't see it the same way, so it seems like a drawback. People see it. People do see it. People do see it. It ain't us. We don't see it. But he gotta change his look up, man. I think that's one thing. Like, why is he still rocking that vest?
Yeah, they fucked him up when they shaved his head.
Man. Fucking beat it. Anyway. Feels like a drawback for Braun Strowman to be stuck in feuds with Baron Corbin, even though he beat Kurt Angle. I mean, he beat Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle's last match. But it also feels like a drawback for Drew McIntyre to be in a feud with Braun Strowman. Braun seems to be running in place. Drew seems to be ready for the next level. Or at least higher profile matches. I mean, they kind of fucked off his feud with Roman Reigns in the sense that they didn't follow up with it at all after the shakeup, or because of the shakeup. They had a lackluster match at WrestleMania, which didn't do him any favors. But still, if they're serious about it, let them do something new. Let them do something fire. But go ahead, back to your thoughts.
I mean, like, I had a pick, and then I got a new pick.
Word.
I got another new pick, and then I got another new pick. So,
I mean, it's 8 names, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean,
talk me through how you talk me through your different picks. The first pick, and then your second pick, and then your 8th pick.
First, I was going with Ali.
Okay.
Just because, I mean, why not? I mean, it was supposed to be him and Mania, instead of Kofi.
Yeah. I think it was supposed to be Kevin Owens. I know Ali was supposed to get that push, like the never say die guy. I'm not sure he was supposed to be in the Mania match, but I get what you mean.
You're supposed to get more out of him,
Right.
And now we could see that, and then but then they haven't really done too much with him
since he's been back, right?
Yeah, And then my second one was Andrade.
Okay.
Because he's been doing good, fucking on the mic, and he's good on the mic. So is his chick, Zelina.
So is his chick.
I mean, it's not really his chick, but yeah.
No, I know what you mean, but yeah, just brazen. Go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and jump to my third, and my I think the winner. Ooh, oh shit!
It's gonna be Zayn.
Sami Zayn. Samuel Zaynathan.
That's what it's his promos have been awesome.
He's been doing his thing, hasn't he?
Yeah, it's been great. I mean, it wasn't nothing too big, but like when he first came back, he fucking slipped and ate shit and just rolled with it. Yeah. That was awesome. but yeah, and he's just coming back. So, and he's been on fire.
He's been doing his thing.
Shit with him and Braun. Shit with him and Braun is great.
Yeah. He's doing his thing. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at that at all.
He stinks.
He stinks. And he stinks. Oh man. So again, for me, I haven't chosen until now. It's another kind of process of elimination for me. A lot of it is broken down into. A lot of these cats just don't seem ready, or they don't need it, right?
Yeah.
So for me, Ricochet is there to do cool ladder spots. He's Shelton Benjamin. He's Kofi Kingston. He's gonna do cool stuff off the ladder, and he's relatively new. Get him out of there.
Yeah.
I initially, when I first looked at this, I had it down to Drew McIntyre or Andrade. Now, to me, Drew McIntyre doesn't need it. Drew McIntyre will bust your ass face to face.
Yeah, he doesn't need a briefcase.
And he don't need a briefcase. That's a man right there. That's a man right there. Andrade, I was going to go with Andrade because he just seemed next up. Right? He's been putting on great matches. The rumor of him going to SmackDown, whatever, for whatever reason, I got thoughts on those rumors, but anyway, and he's been putting up great matches. The thing is, though, Braun Strowman was taken out of that match. And I agree with you wholeheartedly that Braun Strowman's going to get involved. So the entire Raw side is wiped out for me. Ricochet, he's here to fly around. Sami Zayn, Drew McIntyre, and Baron Corbin all got targets on their back. And Braun Strowman's going to shoot at all them targets. So Raw is completely wiped out for me. Finn Balor is the Intercontinental Champion.
He ain't going to win it.
He's not going to win. Andrade won on SmackDown. That's all. That's my only logic. He won on SmackDown. So it's down to Randy Orton or Ali.
If I could pick from between the two, it's going to be Ali. Just between those two.
I just don't see it. I don't see it. I don't know what it is. I don't see it. We were both right. They haven't done anything with him. You know what I'm saying? Furthermore, the Money in the Bank gimmick itself is a heel gimmick. In the sense that you can cash in on somebody at any time. You know what I mean?
It's got Sami Zayn written all over it.
It does. As a heel, as who he is. But, back at WrestleMania, man, I really, really thought that, for one, that Randy Orton was going to beat AJ Styles. Up until the last SmackDown. I thought Randy was going to beat AJ Styles. And then right after that, I had Randy Orton as Kofi Kingston's first challenger.
We didn't get that.
We didn't get that. And I had him as his first challenger because A, it's Randy Orton, he's a solid hand, you can rely on him. But also because of Kofi Kingston and Randy Orton's past. So all that in mind, plus the fact that I just feel like Randy Orton's been quiet, period. That it's
really
almost
has.
Yeah. That it's almost time to heat him up again as a familiar name and a familiar face. And this just popped into mind. Fox is moving to SmackDown. Or SmackDown's moving to Fox. SmackDown's moving to Fox. The way the TV game is played, it makes me think they want a more familiar name as the guy on top, even though I don't necessarily think they need it. And I'm assuming, that when he cashes in, he's gonna win. I mean, he might even fail. If anyone can fail and still be okay, it'd be Randall Keith. Long-winded way of saying I think Randall Keith is going to add on to his list of accolades. X-time champion, 2-time Rumble winner, and 2-time Money in the Bank winner, Randall Keith.
So you got old Randall winning it, huh?
I got old Randall.
I like it.
I don't know why. He's going to hit some cool RKOs against all the flippy floppity guys. He'll probably hit one on Ricochet when he does like a 726 degree backward somersault. It'll be fire.
Ricochet's gonna get his fucking neck broke.
Oh, yeah. Orton gonna be tearing the club up. Facts.
Club up.
I'm trying to tell you. So I'm going with Randall Keith. Is there... Randall Keith, man, for all the longevity he's had, doesn't his resume just seem kind of hollow to you?
Yeah, it does.
Like just seems kind of hollow. He's got all these accolades. Like I said, 2-time Rumble winner, Money in the Bank winner, 13-time champion. And all of it just seems kind of hollow, whether it's been backseated to Triple H, career-wise, backseated to John Cena because of... He's like... Who... I'll say Reggie Miller, even though Reggie Miller didn't win a championship. But he's like the Reggie Miller to Michael Jordan's... To John Cena's Michael Jordan. He's like every second-place dude in Michael Jordan's entire career. He's Reggie Miller. He's Charles Barkley. He's fucking Shawn Kemp. To John Cena's Michael Jordan. Like, no matter... He's Karl fucking Malone. Like, no matter... Karl Malone. Yeah. Like, no matter what he's done, it still just seems a little hollow.
No, you are 100% right on that.
So, I don't know. I'm rolling with Randall Keith, 2-time Money in the Bank winner. We didn't ask this. I didn't ask this before. For both Money in the Bank contestants, do they cash in the night of?
Alexa Bliss did last year.
Yes, she did.
I don't think. If Mandy Rose wins, I think she will.
Really?
I think she will.
Okay.
She'll want it. Just from I don't think she'll win, but with that shit going on this past week on SmackDown, how she wanted to be tagged in, finish it off. Yeah, I think she will. If Randall Keith wins, I don't think he will because he's more of a cold, calculated bitch.
I hear you.
But if Sami Zayn wins it, I don't think he will either. He might tease it. There might be a tease.
Yeah. I kind of think the complete opposite in the sense that if Randy Orton wins, I think he well, I shouldn't say complete opposite. I think if Orton wins, he teases it just to let you know you got an apex predator on you, you got a viper on you, dog. Got a viper coming at your pigtails. If Mandy Rose wins it, no, I don't see her cashing in that night because I think they use that briefcase to drive a wedge and to develop the character more. Develop the Mandy Rose character some more, especially in her impending split with Sonya Deville. Like, I could see her totally using Sonya to help her win the title and then, saying, fuck Sonya. There's so many ways I can go with that. I think the briefcase helps if they're willing to tell the story. I want to ask you this. Is the Money in the Bank concept played out?
Oh. Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah?
Because, it's kind of... It's like a 99.999% chance that you're going to get it.
I hear you.
You know?
I hear you. It's last year's cash-ins. The Braun Strowman cash-in was all trash. That was just character development. Say it again.
In the cash-in,
yeah,
they put that on the line.
It was
that contract was earned.
Yeah, it was a little rough. The Alexa Bliss one was kind of okay, but all that it was a way to get the title on to Ronda Rousey. What was it? The year before that? Was the year before that Baron Corbin?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not. I can see why you would think it's played out. I'm not sure if I agree or not. I'm 50-50 on it. They could, I don't know, maybe they could just do it better. Put some thought behind the cash-ins. But then again, I mean, hell, man, it's been what? When was the first Money in the Bank pay-per-view? Well, you know what? We didn't even get out there with the pay-per-view. The first Money in the Bank match was 14 years ago. Like, they have... I mean, you got the very first cash-in with Edge. Huh?
They've came a long way, I guess.
They've come a long way. I'm wondering if they've exhausted all of their options as far as cashing in. I mean, Edge did it after that first Elimination Chamber, or that Elimination Chamber match with Cena. Seth Rollins did it at WrestleMania. Dolph Ziggler did it the night after WrestleMania, which fucking blew the roof off the place. There have been multiple cash-ins on the night of. I want to say Kane, Dean Ambrose, Alexa Bliss all did the night of. You've had your SummerSlam cash-ins. Have they? So it's really a matter of have they exhausted all of their, all of their ways of cashing in. Maybe we need this next one to lose. Maybe Randy Orton cashes in and loses. Like I said, his career can handle that. He's already Karl Malone. So I don't know. We're gonna see where it goes.
No, it makes sense. I'm saying.
Yeah. That's rough.
And this pay-per-view is always so fucking, not necessarily this pay-per-view, but these two matches, are always so hard to call. There's 8 motherfuckers.
Yep.
8 motherfuckers.
Yeah. Facts. True enough, man. Let's move forward, and I'm lumping these together purposely, even if they aren't lumped together on the show. For the SmackDown Women's Championship, and we might as well just put them both together. We can talk about it both at the same time. For the SmackDown Women's Championship, we've got Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair, and for the Raw Women's Championship, we've got Becky Lynch versus Lacey Evans. Talk to me, dog.
Okay, one of these matches is going to open the night.
I had a feeling that's where you're going. Yeah, go ahead.
It's just gotta. And I don't know necessarily which one. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and fucking say they're going to open the night with Becky versus Charlotte.
Okay. So no back-to-back.
No back-to-back.
Okay.
That'd be wild if they did. That would be awesome if they did. But, so yeah, I'm going to start off with Becky versus Charlotte.
Okay.
Becky's going to win. Becky's going to get that win. That legit win. Charlotte.
Yeah.
This weekend.
I hear you.
It's going to be clean. It's going to be good. It's going to be, I think this will be a longer match than her second one.
With Lacey.
Yes.
The other blonde.
The other blonde.
The other sexy blonde.
But I mean, and I don't really have too much to say about it. I've got just a tad bit more to say about the second one.
Oh, yeah, get your bars off.
But with the second one, I think Becky's gonna win. She's gonna win both of them, but she's only gonna win the second one because Charlotte's gonna get involved, and then we're gonna set up the blonde versus blondes. But actually, that's not gonna work. Well, no, actually, it can work now because we have fucking
the wild card rule. Yeah, geez.
Yeah.
SMH.
Yeah, so I guess that works now. I almost had him dumb there for a bit.
You caught yourself.
Yeah.
So we get a pissed off Charlotte Flair who gets involved.
Yeah. What do you think? What do you think about that?
These matches are flawed, man. And
it's tough.
Becky mentioned it on Raw during the contract signing. we've got one person who can't afford to lose their first title match, and we got another person who can't afford to lose their millionth. Charlotte, after WrestleMania, Charlotte should have took a brief hiatus from TV.
Well, they shouldn't have been fucking that shouldn't have been a fucking triple threat.
I'm fine with it being a triple threat. I've gotten over that part. But the fact that Charlotte lost her title, wasn't pinned, I think there was a lot more intrigue in Charlotte if we didn't see her for a while. And then she came back. Not necessarily not necessarily cheers, not necessarily to boos, but to intrigue. And so the fact that she came back with no build, she came back and immediately beat Bayley and was immediately put into another title match, it puts them in a tough spot. They've been fighting off and on in some form or fashion for damn near a year.
I think Bayley even said it too, like whenever it was right after WrestleMania. It was, we're going to have her fight Charlotte. And we're going to do the same thing over again.
Exactly. She'd have been better off taking some time off. Listen, she's made. She's made.
It wouldn't have hurt anybody if she would have took time off.
It wouldn't have hurt nobody. Like, we understand this Money in the Bank. It's an unofficial Big Five, but she'd have been fine. You still get a stat card. That roster is that big, is that deep, that talented. They could still put on a different match with Becky Lynch. And on the flip, the Becky Lynch Lacey Evans feud is it writes itself. It writes itself so much that you can do it at any time.
Exactly.
It's the man versus the sassy Southern Belle, whose whole thing is I'm a lady. The man versus the lady. It writes itself. In the sense that you didn't have to blow it off so soon. How many matches has Lacey Evans had on TV?
0.
She might have had one. I know she had at least one because she invited the Money in the Bank participants to the match. Naomi, Dana Brooke, all of the Raw side. She invited all of them. So she had it, one that I can think of? So, one match on television and a whole bunch of walking.
She spent more time walking than she did in the ring.
Exactly.
So that right. Oh yeah, go ahead. Yeah, my bad.
No, it's fine, and it's already been established that the main roster storylines don't give any credence to NXT. So we're not taking anything from her NXT days. We've seen her walk, we've seen her talk, and she beat up some no-name local talent. So she hasn't been built up enough to where when she loses, because she's not going to win, when she loses, it's going to be hard to see her as a viable contender until they feed her to somebody else.
That's why she's not going to lose.
What do you mean?
I mean, she's going to lose, but she's not going to get pinned.
You think, some kind of DQ?
Charlotte's going to get involved.
And attack Becky?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got Becky winning by DQ. And I wondered how this would go, because, yeah, it is too soon to beat her.
Yeah.
So it's really a matter of... So we got Becky retaining, you got her
retaining by DQ. They're going to go Blonde versus the Blondes.
Yeah. Is that too high profile too soon?
I mean, with Charlotte coming, like you said, she should have took a hiatus. And with her still being around, they're still gonna have her, like I said, dude, with this fucking wild card shit too. I do think that's where it's gonna go. It's gonna be Charlotte versus Lacey. And then her first big win is gonna be over Charlotte.
I can see that. I can get behind that.
And then maybe Charlotte will take a hiatus for a little bit.
Yeah. The Queen versus the Lady, huh?
Bingo.
I'm not mad at that. I do know this. I do know this. Charlotte cannot lose that SmackDown title And if she does, she cannot lose it to Charlotte.
I mean, Becky can't lose that title to Charlotte.
That's what I meant, right. Becky, damn, that's like the third time I've done that. Becky cannot lose to Charlotte. If she loses the SmackDown title to Charlotte, whether it's on Sunday or any other time.
DOA.
Well, not even so much DOA. But if she loses it to Charlotte, then what the fuck was the point of the triple threat match? It renders that whole thing pointless.
Well, that's why they're gonna like. I mean, this is just pure fucking speculation or whatever. But that's why I think they're gonna do Becky versus Charlotte first.
Yeah,
and so we'll get that Queen win by Becky beating Charlotte.
Yeah,
and Money in the Bank, and then she's gonna be all pissed off. We might get Crazy Charlotte again.
Crazy Charlotte was entertaining.
Oh, fuck yeah. I loved it.
She was mad entertaining, I will say that. Yeah, no doubt. But yeah, let whoever Becky loses the SmackDown title to, because it's official, she's on Raw. I believe that was established weeks ago. Quietly. She's on Raw. So she's going to end up losing that SmackDown title. She'll probably end up losing it first. So maybe she loses it via Money in the Bank cash-in. I don't know. But regardless, she can't lose it to Charlotte. I'll be kind of tight. Just personally, I'll be tight.
Oh, yeah.
So
that'd be fucking... Dude, I think everybody would be.
Yeah, be kind of tight. But we both got Becky retaining via different means. You got her a clean victory over Charlotte and winning by DQ over Lacey Evans, which is actually a pretty safe pick. I like that bit of booking right there. Going from it saves Lacey from taking a pinfall loss, and still sets her up for the future.
And like I said, the Charlotte and Becky match that'll go. I don't know if that'll go as long. I think Charlotte. I mean, shit. I think Becky versus
Lacey
is going to go longer than really? Charlotte and Becky. Yeah.
Okay. To give Lacey a chance to showcase.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Because we haven't seen her. I mean, the only thing we've seen her do is fight that no name, that townie.
True. That townie. Yeah, man. No, that's facts, man. Yeah, and the length of the match will let us know what Lacey can do. They clearly see a lot in Lacey. She's been walking out, interrupting segments for the past 5 months.
Yeah.
She's blonde and sexy, and she's a former Marine. So they see something in Lacey. So we'll see what that is this Sunday night. Money in the Bank. Sunday. We're down to our last two matches, man. For the WWE Championship, we've got Kofi Kingston's first title defense. Well, I guess on TV, pay-per-view, I should say. Kofi Kingston versus Kevin Owens. Tell me about it.
Do we see Big E come back?
No.
No?
I don't see it.
No? Okay. All right. Shut that one down.
That meniscus tear, man. Just by virtue of his injury.
But,
just by virtue of the injury. Yeah.
I mean, I wish Kevin wouldn't have turned as quick as he did. I think we all knew that was going to happen.
No doubt.
Just because the way Kevin is, you know. I'm a huge fan of Kevin.
And I fucks with Kev. It made sense, too. Like, he was the guy, like, you know, like, yeah, he headbutted Vince McMahon, you know, a couple years back, and Vince forgave him, but he was the guy who was handpicked to take on Daniel Bryan, and then Kofi got hot and, you know, pushed KO to the side. So I can understand KO being kind of tight. But yeah, keep going.
Not like, I mean, shit. There's no stopping. It's still Kofi Mania right now. You know what I'm saying? And straight up, dude, I'm surprised. I mean, well, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Kofi's winning this one.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he still has the title. Like,
really?
I'm surprised there's. I mean, yeah, like, I didn't think it would be this long. And not saying I don't like Kofi at all. Like, I fucking love Kofi. I've liked Kofi since he was the Jamaican dude. You know?
You thought it'd be a quick like hot shot loss on TV?
Yeah.
I hear you.
Just the way they do things, you know.
Yeah.
And now that Kevin Owens is back, it's gonna be a fun match. I'm looking forward to it. This is one of the matches I'm really looking forward to.
I think this will be pretty solid, man. On paper, I look at them. Okay, this will be cool, but I think they're both gonna show something. I think KO is gonna show how hungry he is now that he's back, and I think Kofi Kingston is gonna show why he should have been at that level in any sense, as the guy. I figured the Kofi reign wouldn't be long, but would be some kind of fake substantial before he lost it. I know they got the trip to Ghana coming up in a few months. I'm not sure exactly when, but Kofi will definitely be champ going to Ghana, his home country.
That's multiple pictures in the works.
Yeah, right. When is the visit?
What's the next pay-per-view after this besides Blood Money?
Blood Money 3. I don't know if they're doing Backlash or not. I think that might still be up in the air. July. Hell, that might be. I don't know.
We got
Extreme Rules.
DLC coming up. Yeah. Okay. Extreme Rules.
Extreme Rules. Okay.
No, yeah. I think that's around the time when they're going to where he's from.
Home country of Ghana. I'm looking it up now. WWE Champion is going back to Ghana for the first time in nearly 30 years. Boop, boop, ba-doop. WWE film crew documented a 4-day visit, which includes a children's rally. Boop, boop, ba-doop.
So,
the 4-day visit, which starts from Thursday, May 30th to Sunday, June 2nd. So, that's the end of this month. So sooner than I thought, actually. So he'll definitely hold on to it until then. You know, that's another. Go ahead.
Longer. That's all I was going to say.
You said he'll hold it for longer.
I hope he does.
Yeah, I think he'll get a decent little vanity reign to put the cap on his career. But that's another thing I wanted to mention earlier. But now that we're looking at this and Kofi's going back to Ghana, I wonder when they set up this visit.
That's a good question.
I wonder how long this has been in the works. I talked a little earlier about Andrade and the rumors of him of why he was going to SmackDown, whether it's true or not, right? But you always see like Andrade is going to SmackDown so that Fox can have a Latino superstar. And Alberto Del Rio is getting a big push so they can have a Latin superstar to adhere to the Latin audience. And Rey Mysterio is getting a big push and re-sign to WWE so that way they can adhere to the Latin audience. And Jinder Mahal is WWE champion so they can adhere to the Canadian Indian audience. And this is the very first time that you're getting a rumor, and this isn't a rumor, this is happening, but even a thought in this direction. You never get those, like, it's not even a rumor. Like, you don't even get the rumor that Apollo Crews... Yeah, you never even get the rumor that Titus O'Neil is going to be Intercontinental Champion to adhere to a black audience. Like... And I don't want to dredge on the point of how they've been. I should have remembered this earlier or whatever. But like, it's a fan base who's had to deal with Kamala and Crime Time and Saba Simba, and only got Kofi because of the uproar of the internet. You know what I'm saying? You know how Kamala got started? You ever hear the story of how Kamala got started?
I haven't.
It's mad offensive. Go check out. It was Jerry Lawler's episode of Talk Is Jericho. I remember where I was, man. I was in Champaign, Illinois, on a treadmill in my apartment complex because the gym don't count unless you talk about it on the internet. I was facing Green Street on the treadmill, listening to this story. I'm like, yo, this is mad racist. So yeah, check out the Jerry Lawler story, the Jerry Lawler episode of Chris Jericho's podcast, Talk is Jericho. Listeners, I implore you to maybe you can YouTube it and cut that segment. You probably got to cut in the segments of how Kamala came to be, man. You will be disappointed. But yeah, for a fan base who's had to deal with Crime Time, Masaba Simba, and Kamala, among other things, like you don't even get the rumor of anyone trying to adhere to that audience, which is mad Lars Sullivan-ish. But word, Kofi Kingston, I've got him retaining as well. Even if I didn't know exactly when the trip to Ghana was, I'd have had him retaining. He's got to give Kevin Owens his comeuppance for turning on him and Xavier Woods. He's got to have his first strong defense as the new champion.
Dude, and did you see that Fatal 4-Way too?
Which one?
A couple weeks ago. I think it was 2 weeks ago on SmackDown. Yeah. And dude, he kicked out of. It was awesome. You just have to go back and try to find it and watch it.
Who was in it? I've missed some SmackDown.
It's like him, Kofi, Sammy, and obviously two others. I can't remember who else was in it, but it was top notch, dude.
Okay. Oh, triple threat match?
Triple threat, yeah.
Kofi, AJ, and Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was for the title.
Watch that. I do need to watch that. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
It's awesome.
But yeah, Kofi needs his first pay-per-view win as the champion. Transition him into the next pay-per-view. Plus, he's a really likable babyface. So if and when he gets cashed in on, it'll be easier for him to garner sympathy to put over the next guy.
Yeah, if you don't like Kofi, you're a straight up fucking hater.
Your last name is Sullivan.
Yeah. or man.
Yeah, right. Oh, man. We are down to the main event, what I believe is the main event for the Universal Championship. A bit of a dream match. Dream Matchington. We've got the new Universal Champion, Seth Rollins, versus AJ Styles. A bit of a dream match. The first time this is happening in a WWE ring. I hate to be any kind of negative toward this match. I'm glad we're getting it. Does it feel too soon to you, like it kind of does for me?
Yeah.
Like AJ just got to Raw, and that's AJ Styles. Like he should be able to be inserted in any WWE Championship match, right? That's AJ Styles. He's earned that. But I was thinking maybe like some dickhead heel stops him from doing that, and then we go on that chase. But hey, we're getting this match. Talk me through it.
This is probably the best build of the pay-per-view.
Okay. Word.
I mean, with all the matches they've had together against, I can't remember who they were fighting, but I mean, just the inadvertent fucking elbows and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And all the shit talking like this. This has been a good build.
I hear you. Are we building toward a heel turn?
For who?
And when I say that, I should say this: Is this going to be one match and done, or will this be the first match in the series?
This will be the first match of the series. This will be like John Cena and AJ Styles.
Yeah.
Because these two dudes, there's really no reason not to do it.
To go back to it.
Yeah, like they're gonna burn it down every night.
I feel you. I think if it is their first match, then that screams heel turn to me for AJ Styles especially. But if either one, say it again.
Is he gonna blast Rollins' nuts off to Mars?
He got no choice. If that's the case, I guess they could keep this babyface versus babyface, just kind of intensify it for later on. But I mean, hell, if AJ goes heel, I'm trying to think of like who the roster of babyfaces they have on Raw. I guess the number 2 babyface would be Miz or Roman Reigns whenever he wants to switch back to Raw. And then all the heels, I mean, they've got Drew McIntyre, Baron Corbin. They don't really have any strong heels. Drew McIntyre, Bobby Lashley is there. He's a body. Baron Corbin is a body. I forgot all about Braun Strowman. I don't know where he fits in as far as number 2 or number 3 babyface.
He's in the worst part of the middle you could be in.
He's in a tough spot, man. He's in a tough spot. Maybe it's too soon to speculate, as far as that goes. I've got Seth Rollins retaining.
Yes, as do I.
Yeah. Kind of the same thing as Kofi Kingston. They both won at Mania. So Rollins has to get his established victory to establish himself as the champ. Plus, he beat Brock Lesnar. Like, that's a definitive win at Mania. Not that Kofi's wasn't definitive, but it was definitive in a different way. But Seth beat Brock Lesnar, a man who had the Universal Championship hostage.
Finally it happened.
Exactly. So for Seth, this is him establishing it himself, but it's also establishing the Universal Championship for television.
Yes, that's going to take this.
Yeah. So I think this is a great way to showcase him, showcase AJ, and showcase the title and make the title finally worth something. So yeah, I'm going with Seth Rollins. Looks like we got Seth Rollins defeating AJ Stylesington.
I think we only disagreed on a couple of them, eh?
The 2 Money in the Bank matches.
Yeah.
Solid 10 matches on the card. We disagreed on the 2 Money in the Bank matches, which, I mean, all them names is kind of to be expected. Any match you're looking forward to more than others?
Cage match, man.
Really?
Yeah.
I ain't mad.
Looking forward to it.
Okay. I see.
You?
I see. Styles and Rollins. Far and above. The Money in the Bank match.
That's
Number two. The Money in the Bank matches are going to be fun. I'm down for anything the Usos do, but this is a clear dream match. I think if they give it time and let them do them and don't WWE-ize it too much, I think we're in for a match of the year candidate, man. Seth Rollins and AJ Styles. I'm looking forward to that one. How you feel about the card overall now that we've talked about it?
I mean, I was always excited about it, and then I feel like I say this shit every time we do a show.
Yes, sir.
I always get more excited about it.
Yes, sir.
The more we start talking about it and shit.
Yeah, man.
And I mean, this is what we do, and I love it. I'm excited about it. I just wish, like I said, I wish there was a buffer in between WrestleMania and Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
That's one thing, right?
We already know we're gonna shit all over Blood Money 3, but we'll wait a month to do so. We'll wait a few weeks to do so. So recently, you sent me a text and you actually sent me updates throughout the whole night. You went to a house show recently with Mama Ren. Yeah.
I took my mom to there was a WWE house show.
Yeah.
I was like an hour away from where we live, and I was like, "Fuck it!" So it's like a week for Mother's Day. I'll do a little Mother's Day gift or whatever,
Yeah.
Take her to the show, and she had a blast. I thought I was going to. I mean, like, I don't think she knew what she was getting herself into going to one of these shows with me. Really,
dude. Non-fans never do, and that's that's some of the best stuff.
Like, I mean, yeah, and that's what I tell everybody. I said, even if you don't like this shit, like, go if you get a chance to go check out a live show, do it, because it's 100% different.
Yeah.
Like, my mom's been to a couple. Like, she went to New York a couple years ago and went to a Broadway show.
Word.
Like, said it was amazing, and I never expect her to say that. I've never been to one. Right. I don't think I'd like it, but seeing that type of shit, like, played out live, I probably would like it, actually. You know?
Yeah.
like seeing that shit played out live, it's a whole another world. But I don't think she actually knew like how rowdy I was gonna get. Like not talking like chugging beers and shit like that, but just like hooting and hollering and like getting the crowd going. Like I started like 3 or 4 chants up in that bit.
Big Ren, the legendary. So you think she was more surprised at you, or more surprised at like being so interested in the show?
Oh no, she knows me, so like I don't know if anything I do can surprise her.
Nice, nice.
So
nice.
We roll into town or shit, and I'm like, yo, drive past the arena. We drive past the arena just to see like how the line is and shit. And, like we get up to the arena, and I fucking get like hang my head out of the window. I was like, who's ready to get these hands? And I didn't get anybody. Like nobody was like. Yeah, like everyone was like, "Oh my god!"
Oh, this guy.
we got one of these guys gonna be here tonight.
We got one of these guys. Oh my god, that's hilarious. One of these guys.
And like when I go to a show and nobody's hollering, like getting live, like, dude, I feel bad for the people in the ring. Because you know what I'm saying? Like, so Usos come out, fucking bell rings, ding ding ding. For like bell rings, not even 5 seconds after I go, let's get him, Us.
Yeah.
You know, like
yeah.
Trying to get the crowd going, and I did. I got the crowd going a couple times.
And you know what? They've been to these towns so many times that they probably know exactly which towns, what they're gonna get out of each towns.
Yeah,
you know,
like the Midwest. I mean, back in the day, you already know. I mean, that's where a bunch of the shit started.
Yeah.
So
the Chicago markets, the Indianapolis markets, the St. Louis markets. Yeah,
they love playing these little towns and stuff. Like,
man, I don't know.
Yeah, no, it was a pretty good lineup. I was actually kind of surprised. I mean, like I said, the first match it was Usos, Kurt Hawkins, Zack Ryder versus Revival. I mean, shit. Hell yeah. Perfect way to start the night.
Which one of these is not like the other?
Yeah. Then we had Sami Zayn versus Ricochet.
Oh, yeah. I think that was really fun.
It was. It was awesome. Ricochet came out first, and Sami Zayn came out talking shit.
Yeah. I bet that was really fun.
Yeah, and, I mean, fucking Ricochet, he's from, like, an hour away from here.
Kentucky, yeah.
Yeah, so it was perfect. It was kind of a little hometown show, I guess.
Nice.
Closer to home than normal.
Right. So overall, Big Mama Ren had a good time. Oh
yeah, had a blast.
Hell yeah. You made a great analogy though with the Broadway play. 'Cause, I mean, that's literally what a match is. I mean, you give a match 15, 20 minutes. It's 3 acts.
Yeah.
You know, it's 3 acts to a play. And it's one scene in a larger show that has 3 acts to it. So, yeah.
Like, it's... I mean, like I said, like, I didn't pay too much. Like, we got the cheapest seats in the house.
Yeah.
And I had been to that arena a couple times, so I already knew that the seats were going to be fine.
Yeah.
So, I mean... Dude, yeah. I mean, there ain't no reason not to go to a show.
You went to the theater, man.
Yeah.
Went to the theater. And that's the fun thing, man. It happens every time we, go with a non-fan. We've both taken non-fans to shows, whether it was me and you together or us separately, and they always come away with a better understanding of, what, not fully what the art form is, but they get enthralled, they get engrossed in the whole thing, and they understand it a little bit more by the end of that 3 hours. So, yeah.
One of the best parts about doing that is looking over at them in the middle of the show, and you're seeing eyes are just glued and wide, and mouths are just like, like, what? Like,
seeing all the tricks.
Yeah, like all the flippy do's. And
all the tricks work on the new fan and shit. Yeah, it's fun, man. That's a good time. I'm glad y'all enjoyed. Glad you got in and got out safely. And I'm glad me and you were able to link up, man, on the season premiere of the Hard Camera. I feel like it's been a great show. I hope everyone else enjoyed.
Goddamn right. As do I.
Yes, sir. Big Ren. Let them know how they can reach you on the social medias, dog.
All right. Yeah, y'all can find me on Twitter and Instagram at A_MAAFHUCKA. You can also find me on Snapchat at MoffedUp316. MAAFFHHDUP316.
My man, hit me on Twitter at Juvie Desayuno, JUVIDESAYUNO. Hit me on the Instagrams, JUVIDESAYUNO. Give you a fuller, more well-rounded view of your guy. Let you know what I get into. It's wedding season, so you're gonna see some more photos of some of the other stuff I get to get into on my days when I'm not doing this. Hit Facebook.com/Juve. You get to see even more of what I like to get into as far as what I might like to read or listen to. Also, man, of course, Mixcloud.com/Juve with the entire archive of the Hard Camera. Check out the YouTube page, YouTube.com. Check out the Hard Camera on YouTube. Check out the entire archive there. We got ways to be touched, man. And as long as the yeah, touch us, dog. Touch us.
Touch us.
You know what I mean? Come touch us, man. I go to the gym. Ren don't. Whatever you're into, as far as what you like to feel, we got all of that. Whatever you want to feel, whatever you want to touch, yeah.
We got it all.
We got it all. I'm trying to tell you. Until the next time, man, I've had a hell of a time. We got a hell of a May and June coming up. Like,
oh my God, you ain't lying.
Y'all are gonna get so much of us this summer. Between the pay-per-views,
wear out our welcome.
I'm saying, man, between the pay-per-views and the recap shows, we got Blood Money coming up. We got the July show. We got NXT. We're doing a special NXT show. Listen, man, fucks with us. You know what I mean? Fucks with us. You know what I mean? I'm your guy Juve. That's the boy Big Ren. Together we are the Outsiders. We'll see y'all next time.
Adios, amigos.
Salute.